That did such a good job smoothing things out. That is the weirdest feeling ever. Let's do the waterproof test. Hey girl, welcome to Emmarie Lane, where my goal is to find you the best beauty products for the best prices. In today's video, we're doing another dupe battle. I'm so excited. Between the One Size Until Dawn waterproof setting spray versus, I wouldn't necessarily say it's 100% a dupe just because there are some differences. But the main point of this is that it's waterproof versus the Milani Make It Last setting spray, which also claims to be waterproof. And I did so much research. It's the only affordable setting spray that claims to be waterproof. So this is what we're working with. I'll get into the similarities and differences in just a second, but I wanted to find the best option possible to buy if you want this but can't afford it or don't want to spend the money right now. So let's get into it. I'm going to do the One Size on my right and the Milani on my left. I'm going to literally be spraying half my face. I'm going to use this calendar, block the other side of my face. For foundation, I'm going to use my fave, which I found, the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation. I know exactly how this wears. I know when it does good or bad or whatever. And then let's see, for concealer, use the Glossier Stretch Concealer. Also, I am going to set my under eyes with the setting spray individually with a brush. I don't know how well it's going to work out with aerosol, but we'll see. I won't necessarily hold it against this setting spray if it doesn't work out great. Starting off with the One Size, according to Sephora's website, it says it is a waterproof setting spray that gives your skin an all-day matte finish. It helps tighten the pores and it has a witch hazel to absorb oil for a blurred matte finish. It is an aerosol spray, and there is another setting spray out there that is drugstore that is aerosol, but it's not waterproof. So we're not doing that one. The application is light as air and non-stick. This formula sets full beat makeup to the next level. Am I missing something? Is that a pun? I'm tired, I guess. For a hold up to 16 hours. Featuring a texture softening ingredients to absorb oil and help tighten pores. The spray keeps the glam locked in with a blurred, flawless finish. And this is a really interesting part. So you know how Sephora does the little clinical studies? These clinical studies, they have 3 of them. They're all 100%. I've never seen that before on a product. So 100% people said makeup stayed secure, makeup didn't smudge, and skin looked smoother. I'm so excited. So it is $32, which is so much for a setting spray, although the Urban K is the same price. They do have a mini size, but they're sold out of it currently. It has 1,000 reviews with 4 stars, or 4.1, I can't tell. Which that's a little iffy considering how well the clinical studies were. I don't know. Oh, I forgot to mention, this was sent to me. This was in PR, but I'm still gonna give my 100% honest thoughts, even if I didn't have to pay for it. And it's not sponsored. That is the weirdest feeling ever. It feels like naturally your body thinks, oh my goodness, I'm spraying hairspray all over my face, which don't do that. I've seen people try to use that as a hack. Don't do that. But when it hits your face, it almost feels like air, like heavier air, if that makes sense. But it also slightly smells like hairspray. Just slightly. It's probably the aerosol that makes me think that, but the smell goes away right after you finish using it. But while you're putting it on, it's like the weirdest experience ever. Moving on to the Milani, according to their website, it says, with up to 24 hours of wear, Americans' #1 setting spray delivers a waterproof, sweat-proof result that you can count on to lock in your look for the long haul. Made with moisture-rich glycerin and multitasking skin powerhouse 2% niacinamide, which niacinamide can help with oil production, so there's that. The lightweight spray preps, hydrates, and sets the makeup, leaving skin with a perfect natural finish. And see, the natural finish is not a matte, but I feel like the niacinamide kind of makes up for the fact that it's not necessarily matte all the way. Some people actually might prefer that. Helps makeup from fading and settling into fine lines to your look lasts all day and night. Interesting. So at the beginning, you know how it says 24-hour wear? This at the bottom it says PSA. If you received a 16-hour wear bottle, rest assured the formula is delivering the same performance. What? I wonder why they changed it. Depending on where you get it, it ranges from $9 to $13. Amazon is probably one of the cheapest places to get it, or Walmart. Oh, and on Amazon, it's an expert pick, which I didn't know was a thing. On Amazon, it has 4.4 stars with over 40,000 reviews. I was debating between doing this one or doing the matte one, but then the matte one version of this, which I love by the way, doesn't have to be waterproof or sweatproof. It focuses on mattifying. So we went with this one. See, here's the thing. I am curious to see like the smoothing and pore tightening capabilities, especially because you're using this on top of makeup. Both of these, because this one said that it helps smooth out your makeup too, and I just haven't paid attention to that as much, I don't think. Okay, I did all that and then realized I forgot to add blush. So I added it on top. It's fine. So let's look at the smoothing differences. Hold on. That did such a good job smoothing things out. I'm speechless. What about this? Okay, it did a pretty dang good job too. I almost wish I would have switched sides because I have bigger, more pronounced pores on my left side. I don't know if you can see how smoothing it is. Let me see if I can get you closer. I'm shocked. This one, the Milani one, does a pretty decent job. It's not quite as on par as the One Size. Like, I just can't believe it. Finish wise, I feel like the One Size is almost a neutral finish versus a matte finish, because the Physicians Formula foundation is a neutral finish, which is one of the reasons I love it so much. And this does not look very matte. I mean, it looks slightly matte, but it's not like, with how big of a deal they make about how like it's matte, I thought it would be more mattifying, which I do not mind. Like I mentioned, I didn't use any setting powder at all underneath my eyes or anything. I didn't use any primer either. These guys are on their own. I probably should have used them as primer now I'm thinking about it, but I don't know how well you'd work as primer. This one does work as primer. That would be an interesting experience. Experiment. I'm gonna go about my day. I'm gonna do a check-in halfway throughout the day, natural lighting, so we can really see what's going on. I still haven't put on lipstick. You're getting to see the tired side of me today apparently, because I'm forgetting things left and right, and I'll see you in just a second. Okay, so we're a little bit past the halfway mark. Whoops. Playing games, having fun, got distracted. This is what things are looking like now. Honestly, I'm a tiny bit more oily on the One Size side, which is shocking. I'm really a little bit oily on both, but I feel like the Milani side's holding up a little bit better. That's so fascinating. You can see nothing's breaking up on either side. Everything's still in place, just a little bit oily, especially like on my forehead. It still looks like it has a matte finish, just like a little bit of oil sitting on top, if that makes sense. I don't know if that does. I mean, it's definitely not horrible, and we're definitely going to do a waterproof test at the end of the day. I don't think I mentioned that, so be excited for that, and I will see you in just a second. I don't know what's going on with this ponytail. It has been like 10 minutes less than 13 hours since I put on stuff. In fact, it's probably been exactly 13 hours because, you know, I talk. And this is what we're looking like. But definitely oily on both sides. I feel like on the One Size side, it's like more kind of broken up and kind of sticking to dry patches, where this side is just oily and it hasn't really broken up at least nearly as much. This side though, the zit is like screaming angry. I might have accidentally itched it without thinking though, so I don't know. This side I don't really have any acne. I don't know, they seem like similar enough to me that I'm just like, I don't know, man. Let's do the waterproof test. I'm gonna do like 4 squirts. This is like a continuous one, so it's moving more than just like a little see what happens. I'm gonna get my hair out of the way. That was kind of weak. I think it's almost all gone. This is so fascinating. Okay, I don't know if you can tell. You can see the water's beating up differently on the One Size side versus the Milani side. It's like rolling off my skin more, where the Milani one, it's sitting and soaking it up a little bit. Yeah, this is like rolling down my skin more versus like soaking it up. That's crazy. If I touch my skin. Oh, they both come off kind of clear. My blush is staying on when I rub at it. That's crazy. I think they are kind of waterproof. Okay, this is my thought process. These are waterproof, but not oil proof. So even though this says mattifying and like oil absorbing, they can't do that. Well, this can't do that on its own. This doesn't promise to be oil absorbing necessarily. My eyes itch so bad. There's like mascara in my eyes. I think if you have oily skin, prep for that. Wear a really good oil absorbing primer. If you can get away with it, use some powder too to try to help avoid the oiliness, and then use this to add. I don't know if I'm not diving into a pool, so I can't say for sure that they're like completely waterproof, but they're definitely water resistant. These are the same amount of waterproof. Okay, so if you just want a waterproof setting spray, you're not worried about anything else, you don't need to spend $32. If you want the cool like aerosol, it feels like nothing's on your skin really when you spray it, that kind of thing, you want a little bit more of a matte look, sure, buy this. This is great. I'm not knocking this at all. It's really cool. But if you're in a budget or you just don't like spending a lot of money on makeup, this will get across this general same idea. If you want to see a dupe battle between the new e.l.f. under eye color corrector versus the very famous black eye color corrector, you can click right here. I'll link everything I talked about in the description box below. Those links are affiliate links, so I took it a small percent of the profits if you use my link to buy the product. It does not affect you in any way. I love you so much, and don't ever forget that you are enough. Bye!